My name is Anthony Johnson. I am a modern tech-enabled real estate agent in Miami, and I'm also the creator of audio.com. I help condo owners sell their properties. At least that's what I'm focusing on, right? So I wanted to do a video on how to sell. One thing you got to keep in mind right now is that mortgage rates are going up. The market's still nuts. We're getting a lot of people moving here, and it's more people from the States. If you are a condo owner for a while, you know that most people, and you might be yourself a foreign national, most people that were investors were from out of the country. Now we're getting a lot of people that are buying and living in their units that are from other places in the country due to the pandemic, and Miami is just being preferred with remote working and with no taxes and, you know, the weather. So a lot of companies are even coming here. So it's a different market, and I don't see the market slowing down that much, but we might see prices get a little bit more stagnant, or they might not, increase as much as they were with the pandemic mortgage rates. But let's get to the video. So how to sell your condo here in Miami in 2022. We're going to go through a couple of things. First, we're going to talk about your options in 2022 if you're looking to sell your property. Now, your first option, which I think should be your first option, unless you're listening with me, obviously, it's not like it was 10 years ago, right? So there's other options, or another option. You have an iBuyer. Now, investors have been around for a long time. There's always people that say, we buy ugly houses, we buy houses, so on and so forth. But an iBuyer is a little bit different. They're a tech company. They're backed by, Wall Street pretty much. So how it works is pretty easy. The reason why it's number one is because if you are looking to sell your property quick, even though the market right now, your property should sell quickly, if you live in your condo or if you just don't want to deal with the process, you can cut out, doing showings. You can cut out a lot of time. You can cut out a lot of headaches by just selling to an iBuyer. Now, Zillow got into the business, but they got right out of it. I think it's a very niche business. They shut the doors to that business last year. The biggest player that I know of is the Open Door. So how it works is you just go to the website, you enter your address. If your property fits their criteria, they'll give you an offer instantly or quickly. They give you the offer, they give you a breakdown of fees and like maintenance or whatever they have to renovate, so on and so forth. And then if you accept, they'll take it, buy it, and then they'll turn around and sell it themselves or with the partner agent. Their fees can be more than a traditional sell, but it's a lot easier. So it's a great option to explore. The second way is to sell yourself. It's going to take a lot more work, but you don't have to pay any fees. I will say you should pay a buyer's agent fee because most buyers have agents. So you can pay, half of the standard, which is 5 to 6%, or just say, hey, I got 1.5 for you. I got 1%. I got 2%, whatever. You can negotiate that. But you want to make sure that you get good photos. You want to make sure, you're marketing the property correctly, that you negotiate well, that you understand the contracts and the forms, so on and so forth. But it's definitely doable. For sale by owners, probably do just as good as a job as a bad real estate agent. Not saying that you'll do a bad job, but I've seen for sale by owner listings that look better than some real estate agent listings on Zillow. So, and then you can list, we save the best for last, right? You can list with a real estate agent. Now, when you list with a real estate agent, obviously you're paying that commission. That's the biggest thing that, comes up with the objection is the commission. The commissions are negotiable. It's a big discussion. That's a whole nother video about this. I believe most real estate agents aren't worth 6%. That's just my opinion. A lot of real estate agents don't know how to they don't know anything about technology. I used to teach tech to real estate agents, and you will be amazed how they do not know how to use some basic tech tools, which is very much needed in today's, if you're an entrepreneur in general, you need to know how to use technology, at least on a basic level. A lot of real estate agents don't know how to, they don't understand digital marketing. They don't even have their own websites. Like a lot of real estate agents are salespeople that just go to brokerages and then use whatever the brokerage gives them, whether it's scripts and templates. Their websites all look the same. They all say the same thing. It's going to be, you got to find the right real estate agent. You want to do research online, make sure that you check out their past listings, check out their website, check out and see if they have content, look at the reviews. Listing with the right real estate agent is key. If you don't list with a good real estate agent, you're going to be wishing that you sold it yourself or sold it to an iBuyer. and you're going to have a bad taste in your mouth about real estate agents. If you don't already, you probably think we all suck. So yeah, make sure you hire the right one. Do your due diligence. Now, how to prepare your condo for sale. First off, you need to make sure it's clean. Have it deep clean. Make sure it's painted. Make sure it's decluttered. Make sure the small repairs are done and the big repairs are done. I recommend getting an inspection done before you even list it. You want to make sure you know what's going on with your property before you list it, and you find out after you already have a contract and then the buyer backs out. So I definitely recommend having an inspection done before you even list it. You want to gather all the documents from your condo, reach out to the association, ask for the financials, ask for any information regarding upcoming special assessments, the 40-year recertification if you own a condo in an older building. Make sure there's no expired or open permits. If you did any work, make sure that that's all cleared up. You don't want that to pop up and cause an issue in your transaction. So just do all those things beforehand to prepare your condo for the market. Now, pricing. I just want to mention this really quick. You need to price your condo, any property. You need to price it right. Whether you're going to sell with a real estate agent or you're going to sell by yourself. If you want to sell to a real estate agent, they better have good comps. And if they don't have good comps, then you're hiring the wrong real estate agent. They shouldn't be telling you what you want to hear, because the market does not care about what you pay for. It doesn't care about what you put into the unit. The market is the market. The market determines the price. You don't determine it. I don't determine it. So you want to make sure that they have, not make sure, but you want your agent to have good comps. Or if you're listing yourself, or maybe even both, make sure you do the comps yourself. Check out what's sold in your building. Specifically, if there's any units that sold in your line, that'd be great. You don't want to list at $400,000 if condos above you that are more renovated sold for $350,000. Just make sure that the pricing is correct. So make sure you price your property according to the market. That's super important. Here are some ways that you can stand out. First and foremost, the basics. Make sure it's clean, like I just said, how to prepare. Just do the things that I just said in regards to preparing. And the pricing. Make sure you price the unit correctly. You don't want to get overlooked because you're priced out of the market. Buyers are very savvy. They can see your competition. They can see what property sold for recently. So make sure you price it right. Make sure that the unit's prepared and ready for the market. And then third, you want to make sure that the property has a strong online presence. If you're listing with a good real estate agent, they're going to do all of the things that is necessary with the great photos, video, 3D tours. I myself even have a property landing page where I add as much information as possible to that landing page, more than you can get from anywhere else. But yeah, you just make sure that you at least have the basics. If you're listing it yourself, make sure you have great photos, make sure you have full description, make sure you're accessible and that you can, show the unit, because that's the other way to make sure you stand out, is to make sure that the property is accessible. Make sure that you can show the unit. Make sure that if you have a tenant that they're okay with letting you show the unit. People that can't see the unit can't really make a decision. Now, people are making offers off of just videos and pictures and stuff, but now, should you stage your condo? I personally think if you do not have a huge condo, if it's not super ultra luxury, you should be fine with, an unfurnished condo, or you can do a virtual staging. That should do the job. If you have like a bunch of furniture, you may need to declutter, but if it's big and bulky and it's in a small condo, you kind of might want to get rid of that, because you want people to see, especially if you have a small condo. You don't want it to make it smaller than what it is. That's a personal decision. If you have the money, staging a condo or any property helps it sell, but it costs money. So if you have the money to do it, if not, you will be fine with virtual staging. If you have a condo unit that has a weird layout, you definitely want to make sure it's virtually staged or has some type of furniture in it that complements it, so people can get an idea of how to furnish the unit. Now let's talk about common mistakes. This kind of comes all together. The common mistakes shouldn't be any surprises to you. First common mistake, pricing. It doesn't matter if the market is hot or not. If you don't price it right, it can sit on the market. After 30 days, people see what the buyers are savvy. Like I said, they understand what DOM stand for, which is days on market. And if it's over 30 days, people you should see a good amount of showings and some offers within the first 2 weeks. After that, it starts to go downhill. You may want to do a price adjustment after the first couple weeks. But again, price it right. Listings still sit on the market for over a year in Miami. The second mistake is an unpresentable property. I've seen it so many times where you go in and the property sucks. It's dirty, the AC's off, the electric is off, and it smells like mold. Make sure it's clean, freshly painted with a neutral color. The repairs are made that were necessary. Any renovations that were necessary have been made. Just make sure it's presentable. And you make sure that the electricity is on. Like, it's so many, I don't understand why people turn electricity off when they have a list. I understand you want to save a little bit of money, but it's like, it's not that much money, and it can cause you to lose more money if people are coming in your property and it stinks. It's Miami. You can't have anything with no AC. It will stink and mold will start to develop. So have the electricity on, have the AC on at least 72 degrees. It can cause the listing to sit on the market as well. Now, the last most common mistake. Now, this is my opinion. All of these are my opinion. It's not selling it yourself. I know I'm a real estate agent. I know like most real estate agents, we're salespeople. They're told to say, don't sell the house yourself. That's not the biggest mistake. In some cases, yeah. I think the biggest mistake, because if you can at least list it yourself and like not lose money or, not spend money, you're listing it for free because you're listing it yourself. The biggest, most common, or not the biggest, but the final most common mistake is listing with the wrong real estate agent. Like I said, most real estate agents in Miami suck. Plain and simple. It's too easy to get a real estate license in Miami. But everybody is a real estate agent in Miami. Part-time, it's the Instagram models, and it's people that don't take the craft seriously. And think about this. Super common sense. Your real estate is the biggest purchase you'll ever make for the most part. Why would you list it with someone that doesn't take the craft seriously? You're spending a lot of money on the property. It costs a good amount of money to sell it, especially when you're listing it with a real estate agent. Why are you settling for traditional real estate that's stuck in 1999 or somebody that don't take it seriously? Just really think about that. If you're listing with a real estate agent, you're paying 5-6%, and then the real estate agent's posting, you're listing with bad photos, nothing that helps a listing sell in 2022. Yes, it's a big mistake. You're going to be very upset if you list with a bad real estate agent. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you time. It's going to cause a headache. This actually, you don't want to pay somebody for a bad job. So that's my how to sell a condo in Miami in 2022. I'm a very transparent person. I'm an honest person. I hope that you enjoyed this content. If you did, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. If you did not like it, hit the dislike button twice. Actually, go ahead, because they took the whole dislike count. If you didn't like this content, tell me what you didn't like about it so I can make some adjustments as I'm getting to creating videos. But, comment and make sure you let me know what I can change to make the content better. Make sure you like it, share it. I would appreciate it. Check out my website. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.